Alright, we're here. Hello. We did it. We made it. I haven't started the game yet. I had to quickly slap some stamps on my hat. And, why is my mouth super open all the time? What's going on? Oh, there we go. Okay, I fixed it. We're good. Hello, everyone. I had to quickly make myself a cloak and, put my stamps on my hat. So now we can open Upwards Rain. We don't have Brainstorm is unweird. Okay. Yeah, of course, of course. I heard a follow notification go off, and I didn't see what it was. What if I test this? Will it go? No, I'm pretty sure Magnesium has followed me for years at this point. Something's weird. Hydrate. Can do. There we go. It's not capturing the game. Why is it not capturing the game? See, this is what happens when I don't prep for stream, like, fully in advance. Huh? But it should be capturing. Why is it not? What if I do this capture? Will that work? No, it's not capturing at all. I'm confused. We weren't having this problem the other day. There we go. I changed the capture mode and it seems to suddenly have fixed, so we're good. It was just being weird. As for the game audio, that seems to be capturing. Y'all can hear it, yeah? Good, good, good. Trying to think if there's anything last minute that I forgot. I announced the Discord. That's where I've got to announce the stream. I'm a professional, as you can clearly see. Alright, grab this. Do this. And we are good to go, I think. So, last time on Dragon Bird Z, we went and we wanted to help Mila, otherwise known by her alias, Mila, to find a letter sent to her by her deceased friend, Dandy. Now, we found out, as we went up, that no such person named Dandelion has ever existed in the town. So we have a mystery on our hands, and we need to go further up the tree in order to find out what has happened. So let us hit start. Data. And also the chapter icon was very reminiscent of a certain owl's glasses. No, we don't want to overwrite our save. We want to load our save.
Somewhere up there is where we store letters we're unable to deliver for one reason or another. The undeliverables. Not our most creative showing.
Huh? But we never fail a delivery. That's what makes us couriers.
Yes, the owl is back on Twitch. Good evening. Here to wish you a happy Yuri and throw a turtle at... Why is... Twitch integrated throwing system. Are you not doing the things that you're supposed to? Because I don't see them popping up. Alright, so we're gonna do a, 1 second, let me just... Is it connected? Oh, wait. I'm just gonna do this. Y'all can see the behind the scenes. It disconnected from Twitch, that's what happened. This happens sometimes. Says success, but there we go. Okay. Now we can fix ourselves here. Oh no, I gotta sneeze. Oh no, my cloak. Barrel.
It's a barrel.
Alright, we'll go. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, now then. Ow. You don't gotta throw the barrels at me all the time. It hurts. I have one whole brain cell in there. It has a lot of space to move, but like, you know, I don't want it to get jostled up against the side of my head. Also, catch a cat.
That's the aim, at least.
I'm so excited to keep going with this. I have been thinking about this game nonstop for several days. Like... And then VBridger lost connection to my phone. What is going on with everything today? Absolutely ridiculous. Like... I think my phone is just outright overheating. So what I'm gonna do is I actually had a contingency set up just for this. Ta-da! I was ready for everything to break. So, we'll be PNG tubing this time, I guess, because everything wants to be broken. I mean, it was a good idea. You were right. It was a good last-second setup. So, let me quickly check one other thing. Alright, so... could somebody quickly just chuck a barrel at my head?
It's a barrel.
Okay, so that's thrown to completely the wrong location. We can fix this. Fortunately, now that I am on PNGTube, I don't need to worry about the fact that I cannot charge my phone. I can simply, make do with this for now. Oh, it does look a little bit like Neve's. I didn't try to, like, completely match the art style, but I tried to get kinda close. Alright, so now if you throw things, they should be in the right spot. It is because I had changed my model setup, and this one doesn't have a position set up for the throw, but it should be fixed now, I think, if you try. Let's see. I will throw a something at me. Yeah, there we go. All fixed, see? Professional. Only 17 minutes of troubleshooting at the start of stream. There's my wife. Okay, so now we've got everything working. We've got our PNG tube set up. We've got our audio fixed. We've got our stream settings fixed. We've got things thrown at the right spot. Now we can solve a mystery.
I like to think I'm pretty good at my job. Sometimes, though, things just fall through the cracks.
What do you mean? These letters are the most important things in the whole world. Grandma says so. Kale says so.
I say so too. Fact of the matter is, though, it's impossible to deliver everything.
I still really love the art in this game. It's super cute.
Occasionally, a letter will drop without any writing on it whatsoever, or we'll even obtain entirely empty envelopes from time to time. There's also less dire issues like illegible handwriting or red herrings in the context clues that make it difficult to find its intended recipient. You name it, it's happened. We've managed to keep the amount of deliveries taken there low, but it's not quite zero.
This game looks really cute. It is really cute. It is also currently on sale for like $5. So, you know, go pick it up. It's a good game. It's called Upwards Rain, The Post Office of Farewells by Studio Elan. Also, their other stuff is real good too. Can recommend. I am a big-time Yuri enjoyer, and they make the good stuff.
All of the mail eventually made it out to where it belonged. Even if it took a little while. The idea that there are people out in the village who kept waiting for words from their loved ones to arrive.
Okay, so the thing is...
Them to never come.
Let the dialogue finish.
And that it was our fault?
So the thing is I don't know for a 100% fact that this is going to be a big sapphic visual novel. But the thing is based on all of their previous work, I've got a pretty strong hunch this is gonna be a big sapphic visual novel. Send the link, I'll throw it in a move out command. Good idea. I will pop that to you in just a second, Passel. There you go. This way we can just have it on an easy command to do. In general, maybe I should just have a command for whatever game I'm playing currently to just automatically go to the, like, Steam store link.
I don't get it. Kale can be really scary. Scolding me when I wake up late, or if I file something wrong, or if I don't tidy up the front desk, or forget to smile when greeting a guest. But even if she's strict, she always says it's because we have to be proud of our work.
I wish I could wobble
It's
back and
super
forth right
important,
now.
and we have to do it perfectly.
That's the only downside to PNG tubing is I just wobble all over the place all the time, and I feel like I am just so stone cold statue still right now.
But if this room really existed all this time, we can't be perfect. Never ever. Oh, well,
There we
why
go.
would she say that stuff? Just to have an excuse to boss me around more?
Thank you, Passel.
Well, that's an easy one. Kale heads the Undeliverables department. The only staff there, actually.
What? She never told me that. She never tells me anything.
Oh no, plug in the Toriarch fights a bunch of Totsugekis and dies, the video game by Passel, age 3.
She means it when she tells you that us couriers have a lot to be proud of, and we
Still gotta
always
beat
need to
that.
strive to do the best we can. But there's no pride in what she does, Rain.
I should hold a
I know
Toriarch
she can be a
speedrun
stickler.
competition.
But try to give her the benefit of the doubt, okay?
Oh, good PNG, thank you. We ended up resorting to the PNG instead of my model because my model broke because my phone was overheating.
I had a theory.
Fortunately, like a
Share with you
genius,
if
I
you
prepped for
remember.
failure in advance.
Oh, yeah.
I stand by my earlier findings. Dandelion never existed. I couldn't find anything. Neither documentation nor my own memory to prove otherwise.
But Mila...
I like Neve too.
Believes the opposite. Yeah. Even with overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Telling you about the undeliverables got me thinking. You accepted its existence as it was, even though it may have hurt and with nothing concrete to back my words. Just a few minutes ago, the undeliverables didn't exist for you. From your perspective, the department was never there. But now it is. Where better than, I wonder, for a letter from a phantom to find itself?
So that means... we should head up right away!
It's a nice thought. Unfortunately, there's little reason for them to maintain the stairways heading up from here. And, well, you know.
I wonder what the exact brushes they use for the art in this game were. Because I really love that, like, penciled in look.
Wings would be able to make the climb. And getting a guide to take me up would take far too long to schedule in, I fear. Not to mention Kale. No doubt I'd be in for a verbal lashing if she caught me up there. No thanks.
Yeah, the panic doodles are so cute. Anyway, we've got some narration here. Rain turns her eyes to the looming darkness once more, scanning the unknown. In that instant, she thinks of Mila curled up in the other room, and how she'd feel if Dandelion's final words never found their way home.
I think there are scarier things than Kale.
Neve briefly releases the grip on her bag to ruffle Rain's hat.
Well, a courier's work is never done. I've got some leads I'm optimistic about today, so I'm gonna head off. Follow me down once you've wrapped up any official office business. You'll make Mizore fret if you take too long.
I like this pose a lot, too. Like, the way that, like, the nose and the lips are drawn in that, like, semi-three-quarters profile, it's just really good. Very expressive. Once entirely gone from view, she turns back to the door, slowly swinging it open. Mila is waiting on the other side and steps out with nary a word.
It wasn't here either. I'm sorry. I know.
The music feels very
One
loud
more
and the
place
voice
to
acting
check.
quiet.
I know I've said it before, but I'm sure it'll be there this time.
So, let me go to options real quick. Audio. Voice? All voices volume up. Oh, that's a nice setting that I wish more games had as well. Sustain voices, where if I accidentally double click, it'll keep the voices going. I'm just gonna turn that on. Interesting. Partially voiced dialogue will be played in the Alchema language. Huh. Do we want to try that? So that would be the in-setting language. So I guess that's for, let's also go to data and save real quick.
We don't have to. Of course we do! Come on!
Rain extends her wing outward, silently beckoning Mila to intertwine once again before resuming their journey. Cute. Aww. Mila hesitates for several long moments, though she eventually obliges.
I know she can't fly, and this is gonna be tough. But I want to see this through together. The letter has to be there.
Is there a way for me to turn this up even more?
We've got 2 good wings between us, and that's all Big Sis said we need. I'll make it work.
The two continue up the stairs in relative silence. As Neve had implied, however, the ease of the journey eventually comes to an abrupt halt as the girls are met with an impossibly wide gap and strong winds from holes to the outside on far sides of the chasm.
The wind is kind of chilly. Yeah, we must be pretty high up by now. I could probably carry you over if it wasn't blowing, but now...
Really, we don't have to.
No, it's all fine! Don't worry! Just give me a minute to think of a plan. Now, where to start?
It sounds like this is a job for stamps. Alright, so let's see. Let's inspect everything first. We'll look at the sign first. Warning, only those with 2 stamps or more beyond this point. All other couriers forbidden entry. Well, I've got 3 stamps on my hat, so I think we're fine.
Molly Molly.
Oh, look, there are some dandelions growing here.
Mila.
I thought it would cheer her up, but she looks even sadder now.
Maybe there's a way we could make it across from below? I don't see anything.
What are you looking for?
I've been thinking to myself this whole time. Mila deserves to be part of this too. Just wondering if there was some way across that we overlooked. Do you see anything?
I can look.
Mila approaches the chasm, looking down at the lower levels of the post office. As she does, her courier cap is stolen away by the wind. It is an Avery stream! Owl treats? Nice. Those are my favorite kind of treats. She reaches for it, leaning further still into the pit.
Whoa! Be
Mila,
careful!
don't fall into the pit! As Mila feels Rain's embrace pull her back, her outstretched arm goes limp. The hat drifts down, far out of reach.
Phew! That was a close one. Are you okay?
Aww. The response Rain receives isn't the one she expects, as tears start to overtake Mila. Everybody's so surprised to see me. I was streaming Thursday. It's fine. This isn't even the big surprise stream. I'm here. It's fine. What's a couple months of radio silent absence between friends? It's like I was never gone. Anyway, as soon as Rain releases Mila, the young Seaborn sprints off, turning a corner and ducking into a nearby room they had passed on the way up. Also, yeah, this is Upwards Rain, the post office of Farewells. This was gifted to me by Studio Elan themselves to play, being a bird myself. And I'm a big fan of pretty much all of their games, so it works out for me because I was already planning on picking this up and probably streaming it. So I even got a snazzy hat out of the deal that currently I am not wearing because I have made myself my own snazzy hat with some snazzy stamps. Alright, there was narration there that I didn't read. As soon as Rain releases Mila, the young Seaborn sprints off, turning a corner and ducking into a nearby room they had passed on the way up. Rain considers chasing after her, but she finds herself unable to move her feet.
Poor Mila. I can't even imagine what she's feeling right now. I wish there was something I could do or say to cheer her up, especially when we're this close to the top.
We'll also be lurking. Happy to see you, though. Enjoy your lurk. I will be finding where this missing letter is. We are 100% delivering it. No letter left behind. Unsure of what else to do, and in dire need of a guiding hand, she retrieves the envelope of stamps Neve gifted her from her cloak. We get new stamps. After giving each a glance, realization creeps onto her face. Inspiration strikes.
I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work, but maybe she'll appreciate the thought at least? I should grab something for her before I make my way down, too.
Let's get ourselves some dandelions.
Hello there, Dandelion. You're not the one Mila is looking for, but hopefully she'll be happy to see you anyway.
Rain slowly descends the stairs, arriving at Mila's room with a nary a sound. It's a cramped little space, serving as both a storage closet as well as a pigeon roost. Despite the clutter, the first thing Rain spots is her friend curled up into a ball, weeping gently.
Oh, Mila.
I like these ones. Look at them, they're all cuddled up. My wife is there giving a thumbs up over them, but trust me, it's cute. I'm not hiding the Yumi PNG because she's more important than birds. It's good to see they're all getting their rest in. They work just as hard as any of us couriers. There's nothing we can look below here. We can hide the feed. What's that gonna do? Maybe I'll just grab a wingful for later. Ah, we're grabbing a snack for the road. I see. Huh. I wonder who feeds the pigeons this far up. Misore, maybe? I guess they could just help themselves, too. It looks like she hasn't noticed me yet. I should probably make my presence known. We can retrieve the pigeons. Let's just stuff one of these in our cloak. Hey there, little friend. Hope you're in the mood for a head pat. There you go. It's helped me feel a little braver too, thanks.
Hi, Mila. I brought you a flower. Do you want it?
Mila shakes her head, still resting in her arms.
Well, that didn't work. Time for my second idea. We're pretty high up, but we've still got a ways to go. I promise we'll find a way across, so please, cheer up, okay?
It's not about that. I don't want to go further. I'm sorry.
Huh? But we're getting really close. This is higher up the tree than I've ever been before.
But getting close to what? It's not going to be there.
What are you saying? Of course it will.
No, I don't think so. Mom said Dandy wouldn't have left a letter. We couldn't find it at any of the other places you said it would be. Miss Neve doesn't even think Dandy is real. The way up is scary, and me not being able to fly is only going to make things more dangerous for you. And even if we do make it up, we're looking for a room that you didn't even know existed until just now. Mom and Neve are right. They have to be. There won't be anything there, and it's not worth it. Please, Rain. Let's just leave.
Mila? Hey.
Come on, Mila. Cheer up.
It'll be there. I promise.
I can't wink like this,
And if
but I
it
assure
isn't,
you I am
we'll keep
winking right
looking.
now.
Why do you keep saying things like that?
because it's true. I don't know why your mom said those things or why Neve doesn't know her, but Dandelion is real. With the way you talk about her, how could she not be? And if she loved you even half as much as you love her, she would have left something for you.
You never even met her.
That doesn't matter. I trust you 100%. And that means I trust Dandelion, too. I can prove it, too. Here, look at these. These are the stamps Neve gave me earlier. They don't print with these colors much, so they're super rare.
I like the little promise ring,
I don't know
this
how
one.
Neve got so many. I'm gonna add them to my collection when we're back on the ground floor. But I think you should take them for now.
I don't think I understand.
I want them back later, so how about you trade them to me for Dandelion's letter? I'm not too worried. They'll be mine by the end of the day. A smile! What's so funny?
It's just... Andy used to do the same thing. It's like she could always tell when I was sad. Whenever I started feeling bad, she'd always come over with some of her favorite toys so we could play together.
Hey! These aren't toys!
I know. Thank you anyway. I'll keep them safe for you.
This game is so stinking cute.
I'm trusting you.
It's like fixing my heart in real time.
I'm gonna keep one, though.
Oh, which one?
I knew it would be this one.
Oh, it's pretty. If you keep the nicest one, doesn't that kind of ruin the point?
Well, I mean, if it's the nicest one, maybe she can keep it.
Consider it an upfront payment. I'm still prepared to put in the work for the others.
All right, if you're sure.
Mila? I know it can come off as silly, but I mean it. I trust you. And I'm not going to stop looking for Dandelion's letter. Can you trust me too? When I say that we'll keep going until we reach the very tip-top of the tree if we have to?
She smiles so often that sometimes I wonder how much of it is real, and how much of it is just for my sake. But even if she's just smiling for me, that's still more proof than I could ever need.
Hey, wait a minute. I just realized our little wing cursor became Mila's arm.
I can.
Because we switched perspective to Mila right now.
Great. Then let's get back to searching for a way up.
Oh, actually... I'm not sure if it means anything, but I saw a sign like the one outside on the side of the
Are we gonna get to, like, switch
earlier.
between them as we solve puzzles?
I should show it to her.
We are! So, this is where all of the pigeons sleep? One of the places. They have roosts all over the tree. You see them all the time in the village since they pick up all of our mail. I was wondering why I hadn't seen too many so far. They work even harder than we do. They spend a lot of time sleeping when they're back home. Poor little pigeons. Have a good night. I know. I love, like... So, I've always wanted to get, like, more into doing lineless art. Like, obviously this isn't entirely lineless. Like, there's some lines, like, here, or, like, the outline and stuff like that. But, like, there's a lot of just, like, lineless look in here, too. And it just looks so good. And I'm so jealous of people who can do that really well. Wow, there's a lot of pigeon feed stored here. I haven't eaten all day. If it's good enough for them... No, I'm not that hungry yet. Yet. But it's okay, Rain's got some for later, you know? We've come a long way from the bottom. Sure have. Can't stop yet, though. I don't know how you can always have so much energy. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. A courier's work is never done. You're really cool, Rain. Well, I'm nothing compared to Big Sis, I'm sure. I think you're even cooler than Miss Neve. Aww. See, and Rain was all so jealous of Neve earlier. Oh no, why are you crying?
Look, there's a switch on
They're
the
so
side here.
cute together. Every single time I'm just like, my heart is about to explode.
Wow, good find! I'm gonna flip it.
Rain, wait!
A secret corridor? And it's going up?
What if that sounded an alarm or something?
Well, it didn't. And we have a way up now. You're the best, Mila.
But what if we go in and it closes behind us? Or if it's a dead end?
Don't worry about it. We'll be fine.
Then we'll find a way out.
But...
It'll be okay. Trust me, Mila.
So cute. Okay, so it looks like whenever we trust, we switch back and forth.
Then let's get going. Just hang on for a little longer.
That's really fun. I like that a lot. Had to yawn real quick. The two continue onwards, arms interlocked. Higher until the stairs merge with those from the other side of the gap, and higher still.
The wind is just about gone. There's no more windows to the outside from here.
It's getting pretty dark, too. I don't even want to think about how high up we are now.
I know. I can't believe Kale's office is even higher.
Maybe she has a secret way to get there. I can't imagine having to do this every time she needed something.
Nah, she could do it. She can fly super fast. It's almost scary. Just like almost everything else about her. She's
That's
so
a good
mean.
noise.
If anything ever goes even slightly wrong, she's over my shoulder in an instant to scold me. It's like she can just sense whenever I screw up, even if it's something tiny like not washing my feathers after I write something down, or sleeping in for an extra 5 minutes.
Both of those sound like things you shouldn't really be doing, though.
Oh no. I can't believe Rain is dead.
Well, it's other things too. A lot of things, actually. I know our job is important, and we always have to do our best. I just think she takes it too far sometimes. I'm still learning. I wish she would remember that before being so strict and uptight about it all the time.
Either way, it doesn't sound like someone we want to meet up here.
You can say
Their
that
voices
again.
are so cute.
Let's hurry up. We can't be that far from the department now.
After a long and tiring, but otherwise unopposed, climb, the two companions are met once again with a large chasm separating them from their goal.
Wow. It looks so different up here. I never knew the post office had anything like this.
What do you mean? It's so dark, I can't see anything.
Huh? Really? I guess you've got bad eyes to make up for your strong bones. Be careful, though. I don't know if you can see, but there's a pretty big gap in front of us. Falling from this height would be really bad, no matter how good your bones are.
Now, if she's got bad eyes to make up for her strong bones, might I recommend big old glasses?
Oh no. So there's no way across?
I could try flying us over, but the air here is kind of thin. I don't really want to risk it if it means you get hurt.
Then we'll think of something else. We can't stop when we're so close.
Aw, look at her gaining faith.
Yeah, for sure! Okay, let's take a sec to catch our breath and then see what we can come up with.
Alright, so let's see.
Whoa! Look at all these perches!
Is that what these are?
Yeah, they're usually more comfortable than just standing. Not that we could use them anyway. What good is a perch that's hung on a wall like that? Perches are made for perching.
The way they're set up is really scary, don't you think?
You think so? I'd call it more annoying than anything. Okay. I think I'm good. How about you?
A lot better. Thank you. There were so many stairs.
Okay, let's get right into it then. So I think I could get you there, but it'd be kind of risky. I don't really want to try it if it could put you in danger.
It's a really big pit. I think no matter what we do, it's going to be dangerous.
I guess you're right, but still...
I want to inspect this, like, spell circle looking thing on the ground.
Maybe if we could just make it a little bit simpler somehow, that would be okay. That might be easier than trying to think of something entirely new.
That could work. It'd still be a little scary, though. Are you sure you're okay with that?
Yeah. I trust you.
Well, okay. In that case, let's see what we can do.
Alright, so we can do onwards, we can do bestow, we can do upwards, we can do below. So what's below the perches?
They look fancy, but they aren't really useful for much of anything, huh?
Well, they are hanging on the wall. Maybe looking nice is all they're meant to do?
Maybe. Ugh! What a waste!
There is the one that's, like, on the ground here, though. What's down here?
Alana.
Nope, no getting around it. Well, actually just have to cross it this time.
Wow, there's some cool stuff over on the other side.
Like what?
There's a whole bunch of wind chimes. Really big ones, too.
Isn't it sort of weird to have wind chimes way up here where there's not any breeze?
Maybe they make a sound when a courier flies near them? Sort of like the bell over the front desk door?
But then, who would the sound be for?
Let's keep looking around.
This face might be my favorite.
I'd love to get a better look over there.
Would you be able to make it easily if it was just you?
Nuh-uh! Don't even ask that!
If you can, you should go. Maybe there will be something over there that could help.
But...
I'll be careful. Don't worry. I know you won't be gone long.
Not yet.
I'll think about it. But I want to check out this side a little more first.
We want to investigate our other options first.
fancy. Well, maybe. Ugh.
Maybe you could get a running jump? Then we could catch you and we wouldn't have to fly as far.
No puerco!
That sounds more dangerous than just trying to fly normally. It's worth at least thinking about. Give me your best jump.
Molly.
Alright, this won't work. What about onwards? Yeah, I know, that one was super loud. I'm sorry, I just don't think I can do it. So, anyway, do we want to keep it on the, Alchema versus the English here? I'll let y'all decide. It seems to only be on, like, the partially voiced lines. But that one was so loud. I don't particularly have a preference either way, though. English? Okay. Yeah, it's hard to tell what the words mean if it's partial. Fair enough, fair enough.
Are you ready to go, Rain? Don't worry about me. I'll be okay.
Alright, let's scout ahead.
Okay. I promise I'll be back as soon as I can.
Channel our inner, Blade Wolf.
I'll see if I can help on this side, too. Somehow.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
What was that?
Flying over was a lot tougher than I thought it'd be. I don't think I'll be able to fly back anytime soon. Deep breath, Rain. Don't let her worry about you. The wind chimes I told you about.
They have such a pretty sound. It's sort of, twinkle twinkle.
He's so cute.
They are just so cute together.
I gotta focus. Time to get a closer look at everything here.
You gotta lock in, Rain. You can't keep thinking about cute girls the whole time. You've gotta help cute girls. Alright, let's see. What's below the perch?
Tiles on this side, too. Ugh. There's a lot of claw marks, too. Probably from Kale? Wait. Huh? These tiles are in the same pattern as the ones on the other side. There's also a symbol on perch. Were these always there?
Hey, wait a minute. These look familiar.
Hey, Mila! I can't remember. Are there any weird markings on the perches
Very
over
mysterious. I'm not sure. It's really hard to see in the dark. That's okay. I'll keep looking over here. It's not like the perch will do anything for us yet. I'll keep looking around.
Tiles on this side. There's a lot. These. Hey, Mila! I
Wait, we
can't
just did
remember.
that.
Are there any
Inspect the
weird
perch.
markings on the perches over there?
Yeah, flying with air this thin is tough. Maybe a small break wouldn't hurt. Much better. I was worried this one was gonna topple right over like the ones from earlier, but it feels really sturdy. Actually, why is this one standing up okay?
Tiles on this side. Hey, Mila!
And then it puts us back into
can't
this.
remember. Are there any
What about
weird
inspect the
markings on
hall? Still no end in sight, but it feels like we're close. Just a little further, Mila. The stairs have to stop somewhere. Upwards, wind chimes! Mila really liked how they sounded. Maybe I can fly up and give them a quick jingle-jangle again.
Nuh-uh.
Actually, better not if I don't have a good reason to. Wouldn't want Kale to hear if she's somewhere up here. Retrieve wind chimes. Wonder what these are made of. I should take a closer look. Thought we already did.
Just plain... Wait, maybe we could use the ropes to make some kind of bridge? Hey, Mila! I've got an idea!
Really? That's great. Is there anything I can do?
There sure is! The wind chimes are held up by some rope. Maybe we could use it to make you a bridge? We'll need something on your side to tie it to, though.
A bridge that small? That's... Are you sure that'd be safe?
Alright, Mila, tightrope walk over the ominous chasm.
I won't let you fall, no matter what. I'll be with you every step of the way.
Okay. I'll see if I can find something we can use for this side of the bridge.
You've got this!
Oh, I wasn't muted. I'm eating a cracker. Though I also tend to eat very quietly for the most part. Okay, I think I've done all I can here for now. I need to trust Mila to take care of the other side. My eyes are starting to adjust, but it's still so dark. Hey, this wasn't here a minute ago.
Rain, can I ask you something that sounds mean, but I promise it's not?
Okay?
Are you doing okay? You were acting really weird earlier.
Huh? Was not!
I'm sorry. It's just... Why didn't you mention the writing on the wall here earlier? It's like you were pretending it wasn't even there.
What? I didn't see anything like that.
Maybe her eyes aren't so bad after all.
Really? How could you miss it though? It's glowing in the dark.
Well, I mean, it's not even dark in here for me. Maybe that's it. Anyway, do you need a translator? What's it look like?
Oh, actually, it's written in Alchema.
Huh. That's... weird. So, what's it say then?
Heads of the undeliverables, present and prior, take your rest once your work is done.
Whoa. Kind of scary.
I know!
What is Kale doing up here?
Oh! They're super tiny, but I see them now.
Do any of them look like... it's like two big circles with arrows pointing at them?
Or perhaps like eyelashes, like a pair of glasses.
I see a lot of circles and arrows, but nothing exactly like that. Sorry.
Weird. What do the tiles look like over there? Is there a place to set up a perch?
Let's see. 2 circles with arrows pointing at them.
I mean, we can see it right, yeah. I was about to say, on the little spell
Oh.
circle there.
Rain?
Yeah? Did you find something?
The tiles over here. They look really complicated. There are a few holes in the ground, but...
Hey, that is something!
Something tells me it won't be so easy. But for Rain's sake, I have to figure it out.
The first big puzzle, I'm entirely positive that it has something to do with using the perch with the little spell circle here, and it probably like makes a walkway across because it's take your rest when your work is done. So it's probably, you know, use the perch, cross the gap, leave your perch on the other side of the gap, and then when you come back over, you know, take your rest with you. Let's inspect the tiles again. Maybe the symbol Rain mentioned is on one of these tiles? No, I don't see it anywhere. There's something about these, though.
What if...
There's some marks under each symbol, too. Actually, don't these kind of look like the bottom of the perches? I'll just borrow this for now. I promise to put it right back where I found it after I'm done. Time to see if I was right about those symbols. It just says no. Just no. I need to be brave. I need to be brave. As long as I don't look down, I'll be okay.
I'm still not sure what I'm trying to do here, but...
Alright, so which one are we connecting? None of these line up exactly with the glasses? I see, I see. We just had to make my glasses. That easy.
What's going on?
The solution to every puzzle. My glasses.
Mila? Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just the perch. It locked into place on this tile when they touched.
Whoa! Way to go, Mila!
Is that everything we need for the bridge?
I think so. Let me get ready. I'll be back over soon. Trust me. Tiles on there. These. Hey, me. Take your time. I trust you.
Okay, so let's, retrieve the rope from the wind chimes.
Come here, wind chime.
What's going on over there? Are you okay?
It wasn't us, I swear.
Out of control.
I need to take them down to make the bridge, remember?
Oh, that makes sense.
Now, where were we?
Is everything okay over there?
Yeah, sorry. It's a little hard to get this tied with my wings. I've got it though, don't worry. On my way over now.
Wait.
I'm back. With our bridge. This is exhausting. How does Kale manage to fly like this?
Are you okay? You should take a rest now that the perch is set up.
Maybe. Let me just get this tied up first.
I can do that. Please, don't worry about it. It'll probably be easier for me anyway.
I don't think I can say no to that. Okay, I'll leave it in your capable sea-born hands.
Are we ready then?
Actually, let me test it first. Better see. Ah!
So we're making, like, quite the racket here.
I'm fine.
I couldn't see you, so when the bridge fell,
It only takes the slightest touch for the rope to come undone.
No! This is all we had left. But it's not strong enough. I'm sorry, Mila. I'm out of ideas.
What if we made it stronger?
Huh?
Well, Rain's a normal delivery person. Mila's not a delivery person at all. We just gave her a disguise so that nobody will know, except her hat fell away.
Have you
So
ever made a daisy chain before?
Mila retrieves from her courier's cloak the dandelion Rain had gifted her at the start of their ascent from Neve's office. She carefully splits the stem in two, then braids the two halves back together.
Maybe we could do the same thing with the wind chimes?
Whoa! That's so cool! You're the coolest!
It's just something my mom taught me how to do. It's not that hard.
Easy for you to say! I can't do anything like that with my wings.
If you think it's worth trying, I can handle it if you can get me the wind chimes.
Sounds like a plan. Leave it to me.
Hello again. I'm gonna need to borrow you just one more time. Sorry. We're making so much noise.
I'm counting on you!
I like how the text shows up as soon as we swap to Mila. This part goes under and then tug. Just getting started. This feels pretty tight. I think this might work. Almost there. Done! It's still scary, but I think this is as safe as I could have made it. Now to just tie them to the sides again.
Okay, I'm finished. Can you get the far side, Rain?
You got it! All right, I'll fly right above you. Hang on tight to me, okay? I'll keep you balanced, so just keep being brave and we'll be on the other side before you know it.
I don't know if I can stop being scared.
This seems a little
But
dangerous.
I trust you.
Oh, this is stressful.
You're doing great. One foot in front of the other.
I'm trying.
Just keep looking forward. We're almost there.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
Hey, what's going on with, like, the lights here? I wasn't doing this before. Uh-oh.
Did you hear that?
Uh-oh.
The rope is starting to snap.
But we're so close. Jump! As best as you can. I can get us the rest of the way there if you do.
Oh, no, no, no. With the extra bit of distance offered by Mila's jump, Rain is able to fly the two the rest of the way. Their landing is one without much grace, but that is the furthest thing from their minds.
Did it! You're amazing!
You did all of the hard work.
Nuh-uh. I bet you're the first person without wings to ever fly like that before.
Probably, huh?
The girls take a much-earned rest, lying on the tiled floor until their heartbeats return to normal and they can stand without trembling. And once again, they climb, stairway after stairway, hall after hall. until they turn one final corner. Well, this is an ominous-looking office door.
It's gigantic.
It has to be. Something's not right, though.
Huh?
Look, the door handles. We don't have those anywhere else in here. They're hard to use with our wings.
Oh. Now that you mention it, the front of the post office is the same way.
Either way, it looks like we can still push it from this side. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, on 3.
The two girls push and push and push until the aging wood of the door begins to creak in protest. We're the least stealthy duo that there's ever been. Light mode jump scare. Slowly but eventually, the hinges give way, offering Rain and Mila the victory as the doors open and the two take their first steps inside.
Whoa.
The Undeliverables, Repentance Roost. This makes me think of Library of the Unwritten. A lot of things make me think of Library of the Unwritten. Good book series. Can recommend. Though not as bright as the lower floors, the scattering of lamps and lanterns are a welcome reprieve from the darkness they had just finished navigating. The room they serve to light, however, is much less comforting. The bare floor and no furniture save the tables and lamps to sit upon. The Undeliverables would make for the most unremarkable room in the entirety of the tree's endless trunk. Save for two very important aspects. The room's incredibly tall ceiling, reaching so high as to be all but immune to the numerous light sources, and the wall of outgoing boxes that matches its grandiose heights.
Dandy's letter is somewhere in here?
Yeah, it's gotta be. Let's start looking in the bottom rows. Kale always tells me to sort lowest to highest so I don't have to waste my energy flying as much.
Okay, but, how will we know which one is Dandy's?
Maybe we can just empty all the boxes for now and make a pile of letters? It might be easier if you can look at them all at once.
Same, Passel. It was like, what do I do now? I finished the series. I just have to sit here and stare blankly ahead.
Things will definitely get you in trouble, though.
If we get caught now, I'm gonna get in trouble no matter what. We should probably still hurry, though.
The little bird tippy-tappies. Eager to find their prize, Rain quickly makes her way to one end of the wall and begins her search, with Mila following close behind. With every box she passes, however, her energy wanes and her heart sinks. Empty. Empty. Empty.
What?
Didn't Miss Neve say that there were letters that she couldn't figure out? There should be something, even if it isn't Dandy's, right?
Yeah. So, why isn't there...
Maybe they empty the room after a while, which would probably mean...
It's gone.
Hmm.
Oh no! Rain? What's wrong?
I'm sorry. I really thought it'd be...
It's okay.
No, it isn't!
It is.
Why aren't you sad about this?
I am sad, but maybe it's better like this. I was really scared that we wouldn't find it, because that would mean Dandy didn't feel strong enough about me to leave anything. But if they just get rid of the letters eventually, then we don't know if it was ever here or not. If we don't know for sure, then I can just keep pretending that she did.
Don't say that.
But more than that, I'm sad because you're sad. You did so much for me. You don't deserve to feel like this.
These two should just hold hands already. Like, again, I guess they already did that near the start of the game.
I cry too.
They should hold hands
I
more.
feel like I can't if you already are. So please stop crying, Rain.
Rain isn't sure if she feels better, but attempts to refocus herself with a couple deep exhales regardless. She wipes away her remaining tears, staining her wing.
We should probably leave before Kale shows up.
Yeah.
If your aim was to avoid me, you're done well to keep your feet to the earth and wings in your cloak.
Hey!
Oh, the bright yellow eyes are really
barring
good.
that, closing the door behind you so the light doesn't escape. Your lack of basic etiquette has proven your downfall, just as I warned you
4
multiple
stamps.
times it would.
Kale!
5 stamps.
How is she always able to sneak up on me? Please wait. I can explain.
I very much doubt that, but feel free to try. Let's start with an easy inquiry. Why aren't you attending to the front desk right now?
Well, there's...
I like her.
Afterwards, we can discuss the missing hat from our ground floor storage. Coincidentally, the same hat that was assigned to you last year.
Well, technically that was me's...
Or, if you prefer, we can put that aside for now and discuss the mess that was made on the path up here. Alternatively, we can skip to whatever excuse you could possibly have for bringing a guest of the post this far up with nary a concern for their safety, to this specific room where you are nowhere near the appropriate clearance to even dream of holding access.
She's not a guest. She's a courier. Look at her uniform.
Please.
Her frown unflinching, Kale lifts her wings to the air. Her wingspan makes the girls feel smaller than they already are, but that sensation is only compounded upon when Kale brings her wings down with terrifying force. A gust is released that effortlessly blows Mila's cloak and barding loose, with a couple poor lamps falling victim as well.
Enough of this, Rain.
It was my fault. Please don't be mad at her.
Kale shifts her eyes to Mila, holding them on her for what feels like an eternity to the girl, before eventually shifting the rest of her body as well.
I don't think I've had the pleasure, miss.
She doesn't...
Kale raises a wing once more, bidding Rain silence.
My name is Mila. My best
These eyes
friend-
are so good in the glasses.
Well,
10 out of
I'm
10.
expecting a letter from her. But Rain is my other best friend, and all she did was try to help me find it. So please get angry with me instead.
Oh no, the counter's not working. Still, I need to fix that. I need to move that over to StreamerBot. I've moved a lot of my notifications stuff over to streamer.bot from Touch Portal. So after stream, I'll try and get that fixed and get that working again.
Mila...
All guests of Mortem Post are to be treated with the utmost respect. I'm afraid, however, that I cannot honor your request. This is a place of work. There are rules, traditions, expectations, countless examples, nearly all of which Rain has managed to break within a short window of a few hours.
She's doing her best.
I'll unfortunately have to inform any guardians you may have of your presence here today, but rest assured that you'll still be welcome to the post with open wings in the future, miss. As for you, Rain, I doubt I need to tell you that there will be severe consequences for your little adventure today. As per protocol, the postmaster will be informed of every last detail.
I love the way they incorporate, like, the different types of birds into everybody's
I doubt
designs.
Mila's mom will ever let her come back here. And even if she did, I'm sure whatever punishment I get will make sure we can't see each other again. This is it. My time with Mila is over. I understand. I don't care if you want me to polish the floors every single day for the rest of my life, or if I'm stuck on the front desk forever. Even if you asked me to leave the post office, I would. Rain! I promise I'm telling the truth. You won't have to worry about me, no matter what. But before that, can I ask you something?
That depends entirely upon the question.
She wants to be able to still see Mila, because somebody's got a crush.
Even if we never get to talk again, I can still leave Mila with something.
Oh, that too.
A clue to keep chasing after.
But she's still got a crush.
She may not be able to get to it right now, but I know she'll be able to find it someday. Maybe Big Sis would even be able to help. Where do the deliveries go after they leave this place? I know there should be at least a few things here, but all of the boxes are empty.
Well, that's a curious piece of knowledge you found for yourself. Am I to assume you at least know the general purpose of this department?
I think so.
Very well. This is a lesson you ought to learn sooner rather than later, in any case. You're operating on two incorrect assumptions, however. Allow me to clarify before continuing. 1. Not all of the boxes are empty.
Kale looks upwards into the darkness. She stays unmoving for several minutes, leaving Rain and Mila uneasy and uncertain. At long last, however, the topmost box on the far left begins to emit a faint glow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rain counts Kale's wing beats as she prepares to take off, her mentor bending her knees with every flap. On 6, she takes flight. The girls watch in amazement as Kale speeds through the air, skillfully slowing herself as she approaches the ceiling. At the apex of her ascent, all that's visible of her from the floor is what the glow illuminates. She's so cool. She floats expertly to the ground, letter and wing. With just as much finesse, she opens the lip of the envelope with the side of a feather.
Hey, you can't just...
Oh, that's a good look. Like she had before, Kale again raises a wing to Rain, demanding her silence as she quietly reads the content of the letter to herself. Her eyes subtly shift back and forth, absorbing every written word to memory with precision and care. As she does so, the intensity of the shine continues to increase, forcing Mila and Rain to look away. And in an instant, the light is gone. Does she memorize all of the, undeliverable letters and then they just cease to exist? Because that's cool. When Rain turns her head back, Kale stands there, empty-winged with only the faintest of glimmers escaping her grasp before disappearing to nothing.
2. No delivery, ever leaves this room.
Where did... What happened to that letter just now?
Miss, have you been taught about the cycle of magic yet?
Huh? Me? Our food and clothes have it, right? And it has something to do with the letters?
A good enough foundation. For the sake of being thorough, allow me to walk you through the rest. All of us, outside of you Seaborn, are born with at least some amount of magic. The Earthfoot people are special, with them having and generating a much larger quantity.
Why don't the Seaborn get any magic?
As such,
It's
they
rude.
imbue their creations, meals or clothing with excess magic. By wearing or consuming these, we take their magic into ourselves. Said magic is a subtle thing. In truth, its only practical function is to lengthen our lifespans as far as they can reasonably go. It's not infinite, however. When someone passes on, whether through natural causes or otherwise, that magic remaining within has to go somewhere. And for reasons we have yet to uncover
I
ourselves, that location is the top of this tree.
And the magic turns into letters?
Or rarely a package, but yes. Thoughts, feelings, unfinished business, imprinted directly onto the soul, made manifest in our humble mortem post.
Does that mean if you don't have a lot of magic, you won't get to send any letters?
Seaborn usually only get one, but the other races can send multiple before the last of their magic dissipates. We have records of a few Earthfoot who sent down well over 100 deliveries. Magic is an impatient thing, however, and it isn't keen to wait. If we fail to do our duty and deliver these messages to their intended recipients on time, well, you have first-hand experience with that now.
Why don't they just disappear after they get delivered?
Good question, and one without a satisfying answer. Our best guess is that delivery is bound to its recipient in some way. Once a letter or package reaches its intended destination, it's able to maintain a tangible form. In any case, I apologize for the long-winded explanation. I hope you'll see that it was necessary to fully answer the question at hand, however.
So, I couldn't even give Mila another thread to pull at? I'm so sorry.
That letter you just read, is there any chance it could have been from my friend? Her name was Dandelion, but I called her Dandy. Also, you spell my name like...
My sincerest apologies, miss. The contents of the message are strictly confidential. I can assure you that nothing in it implied that it would have been for you at least.
Oh...
So long as your friend has imprinted the appropriate information, you needn't worry. A delivery doesn't expire for a full 3 weeks after it is initially left in our care. A more than sufficient amount of time for it to go through our system.
But it's already been a full 3 weeks that she's been visiting the post office. All Mila can offer is a gasp and a small, sad nod.
3 weeks? Then... this is just so frustrating! Everything we did, and we're just gonna end like this? Without even a tiny bit of good news for Mila? And we're probably never gonna see each other again? It kills just standing there like nothing's wrong or even weird and talking about following rules or whatever while breaking just as many as me. Why were you even reading it anyway? Not opening mail that doesn't belong to you is the very first thing we're taught. Did you forget? In sorting top to bottom, you say we start at the bottom and that it's just to not stress your wings, even though I think it's easier to remember. You always get so mad at me whenever I start from the top, But you get to do it with a much bigger set of boxes?
Yeah, Rain, go off, even though she probably has a completely different set of rules that she needs to follow than you.
And treating our guests with respect. If the letter wasn't important, we wouldn't have come all this way. And you're just gonna pretend that doesn't matter? If we respected our guests, we wouldn't need to break the rules to help them.
Rain.
Have you gotten it out of your system? Are you satisfied?
No! But what else can I say? At least when Neve bullies me, it feels like she still likes me. You're just evil.
Evil, am I? And who are you to place that judgment on me? This room operates on a different set of rules than the rest of the post office. I'll have you know I've performed my duties to the letter. Surely you noticed how difficult the journey was to reach this department. How even if you could simply fly up by yourself, you tire long before making it here. Or even the size of the door, and how you must have struggled to push it open. These were deliberate choices made by the first generation of couriers. Sorting from the top two was a specific instruction left behind. These three things all serve an identical purpose.
To make it so that only the most sicko built different birds of them all can manage it.
I don't think I understand.
It's to exhaust and fatigue the head of the undeliverables department.
What? Why would the post office do something like that?
As I've told you countless times before, we have what I consider to be the most important job in the world. We have a duty to every person in Vitae, alive and otherwise, to deliver the final words of those who have left us. To fail in this duty is unforgivable, and so it is the responsibility of this department, my responsibility, to shoulder the weight of our office's sins.
That's horrible.
Rules like that shouldn't ever exist. What good does hurting ourselves do for anyone?
On that point, you, myself, and everyone else who currently knows of the department can agree, but the traditions of the post are sacred. And so, every time a delivery becomes impossible, I make the trip. In the rare case where two appear at the same time, I make it twice, each getting the proper attention it deserves. And 3 weeks later, when it is time for these people to die their second deaths, I return to hear their whispers. For no one deserves their final thoughts to go unheard.
I want to say something, but I don't know what.
All the while, far below on the ground floor, I push, aiming for perfection in myself and those around me. So children like you can grow up and remain proud of your home, hoping you never need learn of this room nor inherit my title. If that makes me a villain, then I shall gladly clip my wings and fall to the deepest depths when my time comes.
Kale,
Hi, Dealey.
I'm...
Out of questions, I should hope. Very good. I've still some business to attend to. I would appreciate it greatly if you two were to step outside in the meantime. I'll arrange an escort party to see you safely to the bottom.
You've been here the whole time. Welcome to Game Changer. The only no, I'm not going to follow through the whole bit. Oh yeah, you did make me drink oiter at the start of the stream, even though it was coffee, knowing me. But hey, I also have a can of seltzer here. That's like regular hydrating liquid. No longer willing to allow the conversation a chance to continue, Kale turns her back on the girls. Rain is caught in stasis, unable to think a single thought or move a single step. Hydrate again, I just took a sip, but fine. It's faint, but the sensation of the feathers on her wing being stroked breaks her from her trance. She looks down, finding Mila's hand.
I think we should go, Rain.
Yeah.
The two make for the exit, arms intertwined. The fear of falling never once crosses Mila's mind in the safety of this room, but the act has become habitual after their time together. Neither pull away when they realize how silly it is. They're so dang cute!
I took us as far as I could. Maybe if we were just a little faster?
You did so much more for me than I thought anyone ever would. I'm sorry, too. I've gotten you in so much trouble.
Rain shakes her head, a single feather falling to the floor as she does so.
We shouldn't be talking like this. We may not see each other for a while. So we should say some nicer things instead so we can leave on a happier note. Thank you for all the fun today, Mila. When you called me your other best friend, you made me so happy. I'm really glad you came by the post office today.
Thank you, too, for believing in Dandy all the way until the end. I don't know how long Mom will be upset, and I also don't know what kind of punishment they're gonna give you.
I keep thinking back to that inscription at the bridge, too, about taking your rest when you're done.
But even if we have to wait until we're grown-ups to see each other, I'll keep reminding myself of you, so we can be friends again.
I can't cry if she's gonna cry too. Keep it together, Rain! Yeah, me too. We'll both probably have a lot of fun stories to share by then, so maybe the wait won't be all that bad.
Mortem Post is a special part of the village of Vita. So they said it weird. I'm not sure if I should say it how I've been saying it, or say it how they say it. Because I would say it Vitae, they say it Vitae. Anyway, a place where people are offered the chance to say goodbye one final time. Today, however, Rain and Mila choose to part with a promise to see each other again, no matter how long it may take. So as they prepare to make their leave of the undeliverables, they say their farewells for now, knowing it won't be forever. A glow. Faint, more a suggestion of light than anything else, but enough to make its presence known all the same. Rain stops in place, turning to find its source, her companion following her lead and doing the same. And there, in the top row, second from the left, the small cubby gently shines, its glow already beginning to intensify.
Another one?
As Rain utters her whisper, Kale notices the light as well. As she did before, she bends her knees, one wing beat.
3 weeks. 3 weeks! But even if it was, it'd be impossible to tell in time.
2.
no delivery ever leaves this room. Kale's accepted that as how things have to be. But
3.
if I'm right, and we can prove it before Kale opens it, maybe Mila and I can perform a miracle.
Alright, let's go. Time to perform a miracle.
Mila, I need you to trust me, okay?
Huh? What's going on?
Hold on to me as tight as you can. Tighter than that if you're able to.
Oh, this is so cute. Mila considers her friend's request, eyes darting around as she tries to piece together Rain's plan in the midst of the urgency she's being presented with. It doesn't take too long for things to click.
All the way up there? I can't!
Please, you have to be there too. I promise we'll be back on the ground in no time. Dandelion too.
Although hesitation initially overtakes her, Mila steals her resolve with a firm nod. Cute. Look at them! Throwing her arms around Rain's dress and clenching her fists tighter than she ever has before, Mila holds on tight.
Thank you, Mila. Let's give it all we got.
Upwards, Rain! They said the thing! 4. In that same instant, Rain throws her wings to the air, then downwards with every bit of strength she can afford to muster, knowing a swift takeoff would be her only chance of outspeeding Kale. A moment later, the two are airborne, Rain's sights set on her guiding light.
Don't you dare!
Oh, I think we dare. 5. Though swift, Rain is far from subtle in her first moments of flight. She can't afford to look down, though, every microsecond of advantage over her mentor a priceless treasure.
Reach out for it when we get close. Don't be scared.
Okay.
The box continues to shine, growing brighter and brighter every passing moment. Rain grits her teeth, putting everything into each flap of her wings. The strain pairs with the additional weight, driving her to exhaustion far quicker than she ever had before. 6. Rain had lost count of Kale's wing beats prior to now, but her heart begins to race as she hears her take off, going so fast it's a sound like she's cutting through the air. Rain hurts all over. She shuts her eyes to drive the pain away, the light above now so radiant as to pierce her eyelids regardless. Higher and higher, brighter and brighter, closed in her own world, but still bombarded with countless sensations, all begging her to stop. Higher and higher, brighter and brighter. Even with eyes slammed shut, the light still overwhelms. Rain's vision is that of nearly pure white, and still it only continues to intensify. Until suddenly, it's gone. Rain's eyes shoot open, disoriented and confused. Her head swivels down to check on her friend, heart beating out of her chest. Mila isn't holding a letter. Rather, in her free hand, she clutches a small parcel. Though its metallic orange wrapping may glimmer in the distant light of the room's lanterns, its radiant glow has faded. An indescribable relief washes over Rain, their journey together at long last finally finding its happy ending.
We...
As Rain allows herself to let her guard down with her job finally done, her muscles relax and the immeasurable exhaustion she put herself through over the flight catches up to her all in an instant. Uh-oh. It's okay, Kale will catch us, right? The world goes black once again and the two begin to fall. Dandelion. As Rain comes to, she finds herself still mid-flight, though not due to her own wings.
You're awake!
No sudden movements. We're almost there. Keep holding on to her, miss.
She and Mila lie on the back of Kale, wings outstretched and cloak held as tightly as her wings can grip, forming a makeshift net. It's unstable, but good enough to provide a small sense of safety as they float gently to the bottom. The soreness throughout her body is nigh overpowering. The feeling of one of Mila's arms holding her close feels even stronger, almost managing to dampen the pain. These two are the cutest. I can't. Just exquisite. True to Kale's promise, the three eventually make their landing. Kale kneels down, allowing for the girls an easier disembark. Mila falls first, eager to have something beneath her feet again. Rain follows soon after, though her landing is considerably more wobbly. Freed from the additional weight, Kale stands upright once again and turns to face her previous passengers.
Lie down if you need to, Rain.
Thank you. I'm okay, though. I think.
Kale shifts her focus to Mila, only to find the Seaborn girl offering up her parcel.
I'm sorry. I don't want you to get in trouble either, Miss Kale. If you need to look at it first, then...
A little smile. If only for a split second, the tiniest trace of a smile finds its way to Kale's lips, though it's quickly dispelled with a shake of her head.
It's not my mail to open, miss.
The energy in the room shifts as Mila pulls the package back down. Nary a sound echoes through the room, save for the gentle flicker of flame. Mila visibly shakes as she takes her first tug at the twine, the adrenaline of her flight intermingling with her nerves as the two couriers watch intently. Time moves slow, agonizingly so, as the string eventually gives way, and she begins to carefully peel back the glimmering orange wrapping. Finally opening the box, Mila releases a small gasp. She scoops one hand inside to grasp its contents, allowing the box to fall to the floor with a quiet thud masked by the crinkling of the wrapping paper. In her hands rests a small knapsack made with the same material as Mila's vest.
Dandy's bandana.
Tears begin to well in Mila's eyes, satisfied just by the gift's wrapping rather than its contents.
Keep going. Keep going.
Mila, reminded that there was still yet more to go, responds with a nod. Though her hands shake even more intensely than before, she pulls at the cloth with as much care as she can muster. At last, the fabric comes loose, covering Mila's hand as it falls. Rain and Kale share a confused look. Mila's reaction is much more severe, with her trembling worsening and her tears quickly escalating to sobs. Oh, it's so cute. A small plush mouse smelling faintly of mint.
Favorite.
Mila instinctively tightens her grip on Dandelion's gift as the flood of emotions escape her body. The two Galekind watch in silence, trying to piece the puzzle in front of them together. Kale is the first to make some form of realization, bringing a wing to her chin.
Miss, is it possible, by any chance, that your friend never knew how to write?
Mila hears the question, but can't even begin to form a word. Thankfully, Kale is able to intuit the answer all the same.
I see. So that's the way of things.
Wait. Huh?
Kale's question proves just enough to give Rain the extra help she needs to reach the truth.
So, Mila's best friend, who she did everything with. But I've never heard of anything like this happening before. Kale just told us it isn't possible. Only people have magic, and you need that to send mail. Dandelion would have had to...
Yeah, but Dandelion had a bandana. The bandana has magic. The final piece slides neatly into place. Also good, I have stabilized myself before I started crying. I was about to start crying, but I'm okay. I think I'm good. Intentional or no, little Dandelion was given the gift of a tiny amount of magic, courtesy of the Earthfoot's magic-embedded clothcraft and Mila's mother's handiwork. If I wasn't streaming right now, I'd be sobbing like a little baby, but, you know, I can't cry if you're all crying. The game's made that clear. And when the time finally came for Dandelion to make proper use of that gift, she knew in her heart what she wanted to do. Though she was certain Mila would be sad, Dandelion hadn't the words to tell her how much she meant to her, and so instead her final act was a familiar one. Sharing her favorite toy with her favorite person, hoping it'd once again bring a smile to her face. Mila brings the plush close to her chest, holding onto it as if it were at risk of flying away. Grief, love, joy, loss. Mila's tears are aimless and show no signs of slowing. She chokes as she catches her breath and Rain spots her opening. She closes in on her dearest friend, wrapping her wings around her in the closest a Gale kind can manage to a hug. For the first time, the two are comfortable enough to cry together.
I'm deeply sorry for the severe clerical error our office has made and the trouble it has caused you.
Okay, I'm maybe crying a little bit.
Nevertheless, it fills me with an abundance of joy to see your parcel safely delivered. I'll see to it that you make it to the ground floor whenever you're ready.
The head of the Undeliverables readies for the door, though turns back briefly to address her subordinate.
Unfortunately, I can't go against protocol. I'll still need to report this incident to your grandmother.
Rain doesn't respond, nor does Kale wait for her to. I don't want to get all congested. Whatever may come of this will be an issue Rain can handle tomorrow, but for now, all that matters is this moment. She manages a smile as her tears continue to fall.
You did it, Mila! We did it!
Thank you, Rain! Thank you, thank you, thank you! I owe you more thank yous than I could ever give!
How about one more, and we'll call it even?
Okay. One more.
Mila takes a moment trying to hold back her tears just long enough to make this last thank you special.
Thank you, Rain.
The little stamp.
Farewell, Dandelion.
Oh, I'm gonna start crying again.
Morning sun, chirp of birds, a gentle breeze. A letter, no need more
I can't be crying over the whole credits.
all the same. Rain, sleet, or snow.
Oh, this is really good.
We will find it atop the tree. Hail won't scare us, wing in hand, in wing. A ring of the bell, the front desk can wait for a while.
Okay, just gonna take a deep breath and then I'll be fine for sure. Okay. Okay, I think I'm good. Ah, this was so cute. I knew I was going to cry, and then I was trying to tell myself that I wouldn't cry. I can't not cry. I cry so easy at just everything. Yumi always pokes fun at me for it. Like, sometimes we'll be watching something, like, sappy or sad or stuff like that, and she'll just actually, like, start a countdown until when I burst into tears. I love this little credit sequence, too.
Setting sun, silent skies, a bygone breeze. A parcel, no name or place, but meant for you all the same. Her final message, oh so real.
You know, I have some of the other Studio Elan games. I've played them already, but, would y'all be interested in me streaming some of the other visual novels they've put out?
Farewell till we meet again.
Because I really like their games. As you can see from, this, they're good. Oh, so does Nivali. I gotta lock in for the narration here. Unless this is starting over, I'm not sure. But we'll see. Far from the hustle and bustle of the capital of Alchemica lies a small coastal village by the name of Vitae. In the mornings, those who live near Earthfoot residences are awoken by the scent of fresh bread being baked and cloth being spun, magic imbued within every creation. Because this is the start of the game, how it went, but I don't know if this is like a post-credits thing or something. Throughout the day, Seaborn work tirelessly, the hammering of nails and sawing of wood being telltale signs of their presence. Though few in number, you can seemingly find one anywhere you go. As the sun sinks low, the spark bounds make themselves known, the quiet humming of their devices serving as a familiar ambiance, as well as a promise that tomorrow will awaken to some new manner of convenience or innovation. Though, whether it'll last till the following sunset is always an uncertainty. However, on the far eastern outskirts of the village, there lies a place that has proven to be unusually noisy today, with a small crowd of residents and couriers alike engaging in small talk around a wooden stage. So this is new. Okay, so it is still going. At the base of a gargantuan tree, climbing so high into the heavens that the clouds hide its canopy from view, lies Mortem Post. A modest little post office the Gale kind call their home, and where a small ceremony is scheduled to take place today. Kale stayed true to her word. Rain's grandmother, the postmaster, was informed of her granddaughter's exploits down to the last detail. How she immediately shirked her duty, leaving the front office almost as soon as she was to start her shift. How she brought in a guest into the inner workings of the post office entirely unauthorized, and how she coerced said guest into digging through the letters of others. How she put the guest through unimaginable danger, climbing to heights of the tree that not even many couriers reach. Mila's mother was told much the same. They were also told of Rain's unbending determination to do right by Mila, stopping at nothing to help a guest in need, going above and beyond what any courier could ever be expected to. How despite the danger, she treated her with the utmost care and attention, matching her step for step and always putting Mila's welfare in front of her own. how she performed a miracle and became the first courier in Mortem Post's long history to deliver an undeliverable. The crowd hushes itself to a whisper, eventually falling to silence as Rain and her grandmother take to the stage. Rain reaches into her cloak, retrieving a simple envelope and passing it to her grandmother. Is she gonna put the trust stamp on her hat and I'm gonna burst into tears again? Because I swear. The postmaster opens the lip, revealing a small vertical stamp held inside. With all of the care someone at her age can manage, she gently peels the back off. She ushers for Rain to bow slightly, and Rain obliges. She carefully finds a spot on her granddaughter's hat and pushes the stamp firmly onto it. When Rain lifts her head, she is officially recognized as a one-stamp courier.
Hey, Felly!
It's the upward stamp.
Hey, Felly, go!
Hey, Felly! Hey, Felly! Hey, Felly, go! Hey, Felly, go!
Felly go!
Well, at least we know what this word means. The crowd offers modest applause, with her numerous co-workers being notably louder than the rest. Even if she doesn't make much noise, Rain's proudest supporter stands front and center, smiling as wide as she's able. Rain meets her eyes and returns with a grin of her own. On its surface, this post office offers the opportunity for loved ones to say their final farewells, giving those who still walk with us the strength to keep pushing on. However, Mortem Post doesn't assist in the severing of connections. Instead, it stands as a testament to how unbreakable the bonds between us truly are, able to transcend the border of before and after. A celebration of all who hold the love for others in their hearts. A place Rain is proud to call her home, and one Mila is forever thankful to. The end. All extras have been unlocked in the main menu. Ugh. Okay, wait. Give me just a second to fight back the tears again, and then we could do the extras. Ugh. That was really good. I enjoyed that a lot. Interesting, so we get more stamps for doing stuff. We get short stories! And we get to read, like, little background info on the world. Alright, we'll start with the records for some background info, and then we'll move into the stories here. All employees of the Post are given the title courier, whether or not they are actually tasked with delivery. This is done so as to encourage the entirety of the staff to treat each other as equals, all tasked with their singular goal of performing their jobs to the best of their abilities. That isn't to say there aren't defined ranks, however, as stamps are applied to a courier's hat when they've shown exceptional service that goes well and above the Post's already lofty expectations. The number of stamps awarded at a time is predetermined, but couriers are allowed to choose the designs of their stamps, allowing their personality to shine through in their work. Mortem Post. Across the land, numerous trees reach all the way to the heavens and beyond, and each houses a post office. While they all share the responsibility of delivering the mail to nearby settlements, there are numerous aspects that set them apart as well. Mortem Post finds itself responsible for just the village of Vitae. This relatively small scope allows for both a higher rate of successful deliveries, as well as an increased sense of community between citizens and its couriers. While post offices of Alchemica specialize in delivering mail from those who have passed on, they're also tasked with managing standard mail as well. Deliveries from the deceased appear in brightly brightly colored envelopes on paper. And standard mail regulations allow only standard white envelopes or brown wrapping for packages to better differentiate the two types of mail. This distinction is how couriers sort the outgoing mail for prioritized delivery. Attempting to disguise mail using colored wrapping to expedite delivery is considered a crime. Due to this, stamp collecting has become a popular pastime, giving citizens a small amount of color and character when sending letters to friends or loved ones. It is said that long ago, when Galekine yearned for shelter and purpose, the trees that climbed above the clouds provided both. Once simply popular spots to perch, a small gathering had decided to take temporary refuge from the upcoming chill step within a tree whose exterior had started to succumb to wear from the local fauna. Inside, they found a surprisingly hollow space, the only color being the myriad envelopes on the ground and falling from the top of the impossibly large space. Upon questioning a nearby settlement, the tree's new occupants quickly understood the truth behind these letters, and moved to distribute them as quickly as it had taken them to move into their new home. New letters continued to fall, and the Galekind continued to make their trips out to the village, delivering the tree's gifts and making connections with their neighbors all the while. Wanting for a name besides the nearby flock of Galekind, the small community put forth the name Couriers. The chill step had originally sought to... Let me take a sip of water here too so I don't lose my voice. The chill step they had originally sought to avoid eventually came, and it was particularly fierce. Even as they had closed their doors to their new home, however, the mail didn't stop. And so they decided to wait out the cold, promising to deliver these stray thoughts once the snow began to melt. They huddled together to stave off the cold, some even piling the letters to form temporary nests to retain any sort of warmth. When they opened their eyes 3 weeks later, these nests had vanished, with more fading away throughout the day. Distraught and guilt-ridden at betraying the bonds they had made with those who they had called friends before the cold snap, these freshly minted couriers swore that no weather would ever halt their newfound responsibility, nor would they take light the weight that responsibility held. Thus, not long after the post-founding would the undeliverables come to be. Long ago, merfolk made their home in the seas. They lived easy but solitary lives, only rarely getting to see the neighbors of the land in passing. It's said that one day a tribe of these merfolk expended every mode of their magic to replace their fins with legs, finally able to stand hand in hand with their once distant friends, in exchange for never being able to regain what they had spent to achieve this. If this truly happened, it was far too long ago to be verifiable. It's a story that seaborn parents pass down to their children all the same. Aw, this is cute. The way that the little baby is drawn here makes me think of, like, Girls Last Tour. Galekind. The phrase, "a courier's work is never done," rings true and literal for those of the Galekind, opting to live within their giant trees and sharing a home with their respective post offices. Galekind are born into their duties at the post, and while all are free to leave at any time, most find the close-knit familial ties that they form in their offices comforting and agreeable. They often come off as somewhat reclusive as a result, but their dedication to their duties is undeniable proof of the love they hold for their communities. Oh wait, we gotta go down to the image. There we go. These are also cute. I love the designs that they've done for all the characters in this. Earthfoot. While their common occupations of farming, cooking, and clothcraft are all humble endeavors, Earthfoot are invaluable citizens in any settlement, great or small. Holding a great excess of innate magic paired with their ability to regenerate it faster within themselves compared to other races, they imbue traces of magic into all of their creations, offering it as a gift to their neighbors. In particular, there's a tradition in which an Earthfoot family will adopt a new seaborn child, providing their first swaddles as well as an additional set of clothing and their favorite meal each birthday until they reach adulthood. Some speculate that Earthfoot may have originated on the moon, explaining their abundance of magic as a thing not of this star. However, these musings are nothing more than idle rumors, so they're bunnies. Because moon rabbits. Oh my goodness, I love the Sparkbound. Look at them! They're great. The Sparkbound largely live underground, making their presence known primarily at night and coming up from their darkened homes to get their daily chores done or participate in a local event whenever the sky is most agreeable to their sensitive eyes. If you see them about the town as the sun is high, you can expect to see them wearing darkened eyewear, though some are able to handle the light better than others. They may not be easy to encounter day to day, but their presence is still always felt, constantly tinkering and dreaming up new innovations to make their communities' lives easier. That said, whether these inventions last more than a few nights is always up in the air. Names. The myriad peoples of Alchemica share many traditions, but their naming conventions are wholly unique to themselves. The Seaborn, said to have used their magic to rise from the waters and walk on land, take their names from flora and the nature they had found for themselves upon taking their first steps into their new futures. Flint, Rosales, and Shirshish are all first names or Shirish, are all first names you might expect to see a Seaborn wear. Their last names stem from their home. Some may opt to change their name upon moving from place to place, while some may instead choose to keep the names of their hometown. For larger areas, such as the capital city, a Seaborn would instead take the name of a district rather than that of the entire area. Example Seaborn names. Mila de Vitae, Mila, who lives in the village of Vitae. Dandelion de Acryli, Dandelion, who lives in the Acryli district of Alchemica. Dandelion de Lenote, Dandelion, who lives in the Lenote district of Alchemica. Gale-kind naming conventions aren't terribly unlike the Seaborn, their first names being inspired by the weather, something constant and reliable as is their mantra. Likewise, their last names are based on the post office in which they work. If a courier, for one reason or another, chooses to leave their tree and assume the life of a typical citizen, they forego a last name entirely. Example Gale-kind names. Rain of Mortem, Rain, who works at Mortem Post. Nivolo of Memoria, Nivolo, who works at Memoria Post. Soleil, Soleil, who has left their post office. I know, I love this sort of stuff. Like, pretty much anybody who speaks to me regularly, knows that I am a grade A lore yapper. Like, there is nothing I love more than just, like, digging through the world building of a setting. Regardless of if the guide is public or not, you can always see the end result if such a thing exists. Yeah, like, for example, we didn't really see much of, like, the Earthfoot or the Sparkbound or whatever, but their presence was still felt in the story. Let's see what the Earthfoot naming conventions are. The Earthfoot people, acting as emotional and physical support in any given community, reflect this position in their names. They name their children after emotions, though different subcultures approach this with differing mindsets. Most Earthfoot are named after positive emotions, with parents traditionally writing down their child's name upon deciding upon it. Imbuing the ink with a trace amount of magic, their hope is this name follows their child and the emotion tied to it ever remains a part of them. Others, however, instead opt to name their child after negative emotions or feelings. Their mindset is the opposite. By doing this, they believe that by tying the feeling to their name, it'll be too preoccupied to serve as an emotion, and as such, hopefully spare the newborn from ever having to experience it. Unlike Seaborn and Galekind, Earthfoot treasure their last names and typically never change them, making family trees easy to track. These names are derived from common occupations, serving as a warm reminder of generations past. Example Earthfoot names. Joy Weavers, named in hopes she would always find happiness. Desamore Ledger, named in hopes that they would never be heartbroken. Bravely Cobbler. Bravely Cobbler. Okay, so I know I'm sort of like Uma Musume brained. Pretty much always. I've been Uma Musume brained since well before the game even came out. The game has just made this so much worse. But Bravely Cobbler is 100% like a racing horse name. That's a horse. That's just a horse. That is Bravely Cobbler, our next, like, Triple Crown champion. Anyway, Sparkbound names are often more complex than the machines they create, but also a source of great pride and motivation for those who hold them. Ever the inventors, their names are taken from alchemic elements, or rarely processes, used in their creations. Their familiar name comes from the combining of their parents' given names together. Afterwards, a given name is selected. There are a variety of ways parents determine this name, but common reasons include a shared element in their favorite creations, or an element neither parent has used. Regardless of the source, each spark-bound parent proudly considers their child their life's greatest invention. Most children, in return, use their names as motivation to create, hoping to make their name and immortalize them in their inventions. It should be noted that in cases where a family does not have two parents or a child wants to change their name, they may take parts of their names from other scientific terms and processes. Common choices include Ama from gamma rays, Ission from fission, and Boom from the sound explosions make. While the method is already complicated, the names that emerge from this are all the more head-scratching for their neighbors. When introducing oneself as Silvenium iodine, with the parents being Xenilium silver and Magnesium yttrium, were it not immediately obvious, a sparkbound may expect to be asked for frequent reminders on how they should be addressed. Due to this, nicknames are commonplace, especially in cities and towns where not many sparkbounds reside. Example sparkbound names: Clovium antimony, nicknamed Clover, whose parents are Ogatine chlorine and Iricurium flerovium. I remember when flerovium got its name. Lutellium tin, Lute, whose parents are Nicogen beryllium and Gallicuri lutetium. Mercama synthesis. That's another horse name. Mercama synthesis is another horse name. Whose parent is Foxygen mercury. Okay, so the sparkbound might have the most horse names. They are fun names. Take another sip of water. Magic, while an enticing word, is rather mundane in practice. In truth, its primary purpose is to help lengthen one's lifespan to its expected natural limit. 3 of the 4 races one would commonly find around Alchemica have a natural base-level magic to them, with Seaborn being the exception. This is addressed through additional care from their Earthfoot neighbors. With Earthfoot intertwining their magic within their food and cloth, it can be simply said that those who enjoy life, eating well, dressing comfortably, and making connections, live longer. When a person's life nears its end, any excess magic they had accumulated manifests itself in 1 or more deliveries in the nearest post office. Traditionally, when magic is imbued within food or clothing, Earthfoot do so early in the creation process. The flour, sugar, thread, or needles themselves are given magic at the earliest stages, giving them time to fully soak in the Earthfoot's gift. This process dilutes the magic, allowing it to last considerably longer at the cost of its potency. To most, this is a non-issue, as the magic will eventually serve its purpose and help its recipient. There is one exception to this, however. The guides of Alchemica require the use of immediate potent magics to help navigate the complex city and aid those who seek out their services. This is achieved through a special mooncake recipe the Earthfoot of the city use, dusting the snack with magic in its final stages. This magic is expended quickly, but as opposed to the typical passive effects of magic, enables the use of actual abilities in those who consume them. These effects can range from being able to see an invisible line between an object and its owner, or the ability to peer into one's dreams. Calendar. On the stars citizens call Kindred's Cradle, or just the Cradle, 1 year holds 6 seasons. These are split into 13 months, each containing 28 days. With one exception, the month encompassing the first half of the season is given the suffix rise, and the latter month send. Snowmelt, when the green hidden beneath the blankets of snow sprout anew. Its associated months are Snowrise and Snowsend. Shadeseek, when the sun is at its hottest and brightest. Its associated months are Shaderise and Shadesend. Sun showers, the short period of time where the weather is unpredictable, though generally comfortable regardless of how the skies choose to behave. Its associated months are Sunrise and Sunsend. Redleaf, when the leaves change their color and are often found on the ground just as often as atop a tree. Its associated months are Redrise and Redsend. Chillstep, when snow returns to the land and everyone prepares to celebrate a cycle's end. Its associated months are Chillrise and Chillsend. And finally, in bedtime, good night, nerd. Good night to you too, nerd. And rest well. And, finally, Moon's Turn, which signifies the beginning and end of a new cycle.
Barrel.
Barrel! Moon's turn is unique in that it is associated months with both... completely tripping over my words here. Moon's turn is unique in that its associated months host both the start and the finish of a year, and as a result holds an extra month. This last month of the year is known as Moonrise, the first Moon Still, and the second Moon Send. Then we've got the town. Vitae is a coastal village and sole settlement tied to Mortem Post. Being relatively small, they lack several staples of larger settlements like that of the capital city, such as guides or electrical lighting. Their size, however, does give them the benefit of a feeling of closeness and community one might find missing living day to day in a larger city. Being so close to the sea, it's easy to assume that there are a larger amount of seaborne citizens than you'd find in other settlements. While this is true, they're still a minority compared to their sparkbound and earthfoot neighbors. While Vitae is largely self-sufficient, trade is still common. Their largest export takes the form of salt, with a bounty of it readily available in nearby caves. No, this is the most Avery game of all time. It's definitely very up there. Okay, I guess that is also a valid answer for the most Avery game of all time, too. Well, no, that's actually the most Tory arc game of all time. When compared with the village of Vitae and other small settlements, Alchemica's scope and scale is staggering. With cobblestone roads that twist and turn in unexpected ways and numerous underground waterways, to call the city labyrinthine would be an understatement. Even those who have lived their entire lives within the city's boundaries are prone to new surprises every now and again. While the city outskirts are the most popular retreat from those needing some space from the hustle and bustle, the handful of cafes lining the rivers cutting through the city are eager to provide a quiet moment to its citizens and visitors. Monster Parcels? Honestly, this game is also a little bit Monster Parcels. Like, this would just fit in. You could just put the entire town of Vitae and, like, the city of Alchemica just onto one of the continents, and it would not feel out of place. A city as large as Alchemica has no shortage of people, citizenship of the city or otherwise, who need help with something or another. Even those who have lived in the city for a long stretch of time are unlikely to have an intimate familiarity with its numerous winding roads and hidden paths. For those who need assistance, no matter what the problem may be, the guides are always eager to offer their services. While none of the numerous halls around the city are affiliated with one another, they all exist to serve the city and its people. Those who call themselves guides are typically those who have at least an above-average familiarity with the city. But thanks to the use of magic allowing an easier time navigating, that's certainly not a requirement. What would typically be unusual to think about given the constraints of a single city, a desire to explore is often another sided reason for those joining the ranks. But the wish to help their neighbors is always the #1 goal. Alright, so we made it through all the records.
Huh?
Oh wait, these are voiced. Wait. I see. So, the delivery is a mundane one, a simple package arriving from Alchemica for a local farmhand. Rain pushes it across the counter, and its recipient receives it gladly. He offers his thanks, and Rain offers a chirpy "no problem" in return. With his package in hand, the Vitae citizen makes his leave. The bell above the door putting a fine point on the pleasant, if uneventful, exchange. Kale's eyes narrow. And that was voiced, I accidentally skipped over it. But anyway, must we have this discussion every single day? Huh? Rain tumbles back as her mentor makes herself known from an often neglected corner of the office, usually occupied only by excess supplies and an old broom. Kale never considered herself particularly stealthy, but catching Rain unaware has been a regular occurrence since her training had just begun a couple short months ago.
What did I do wrong this time? I thought that went pretty okay.
To begin, the post exists to serve our community, and those who visit us are always to be treated as honored guests. As such, we greet them warmly and professionally.
I did that.
Hi, ya isn't a welcome that aligns with our expected etiquette.
I was just trying to be nice to him.
I would be fine with entering a post office and somebody being like, hiya.
And on that point, when thanked for your services, you always respond with a simple "you're welcome" or a small bow. Every single time, Rain.
No problem, and you're welcome basically mean the same thing, though.
Now, actually, so here's a side story here, right? Because when I was young, I actually always used to be scolded by my grandfather about this. Because there is, in fact, a difference between no problem and you're welcome, and he would always take issue with no problem. While I think no problem is the almost better of the two solutions. Basically, like, I guess the best way to put it is that he saw, like, you're welcome or other similar things, like whenever I would say that something is like no problem or like it wasn't any trouble at all or stuff like that, like he would always tell me to be like, oh, you should say you're welcome and stuff like that because like you're doing them a favor and thus they should be thankful to you. And I was like, no, like that. Like, I disagree with that on a fundamental level that, like, you should see it as, like, oh yeah, you should be owed something in return for, like, doing a service like that. Like, because he was always like, basically, it is a problem. They're asking you to do something. They're asking you to do a favor. Yeah, and it's like, he would always insist that, like, you use, like, you're welcome, like, you're the one doing a favor, they should be the one thanking you, etc. And I disagree with that. I think you should just be willing to help people out of the desire to help people. Anyway, that's been our brief aside of why I am a certified no-problem enjoyer. Because I don't think it's a problem to help people. And I don't think it's any trouble at all. Basically is another word Rain would benefit from removing from her vocabulary, Kale muses to herself.
If you wish, we can move on to the faults in which you cannot argue semantics then. You forgot to wish him well as he left.
Oh, I guess I did. But I won't forget again.
Just like how you didn't forget to write his name and the time in which he picked up his delivery, I'm to imagine?
The question visibly shocks Rain, the feathers on her head stiffening as the realization hits her. Manners are one thing, but the consequences of a delivery not leaving the system appropriately holds much more dire consequences. She about-faces, eyes locked on her objective. The little courier scurries over, reaching for the still open inkwell. Thunk! A dull, unceremonious sound. Muted and barely audible, but enough to petrify poor Rain. The apprentice and her mentor watches the day's records drown in deep, dark ink, with excess slowly dripping to the wood floor below.
Well.
Not waiting for Kale's admonishment, Rain curls into herself, trying to hide her tears. She does an admirable job at first, but it doesn't take long for her frustration to boil over and cries to intensify.
I don't want to do this anymore!
Kale's expression remains unchanging in front of the trainee, though she does offer the slightest tilt of her head.
When an incident occurs, it is on us couriers to...
I'm not gonna be a courier! There's too much to remember, and I can't do any of it right anyway!
Kale had mentored new couriers before, and all had their difficulties. Rain isn't an exception. She has had a harder time than most, to be sure, but Kale wasn't as eager as Rain to consider her a lost cause.
On your feet. Follow close behind.
As Kale turns, Rain looks up at her, neck craning up at her towering mentor.
But I'm not.
We'll see. In the meantime, with me. I'll have someone else attend to the mess, so you needn't worry.
The two walk together, into the living spaces and then up a flight. With Rain's room on the bottom level, she has yet to step foot up here, but it's a route Kale knows by heart.
I won't deny that our responsibilities are many, and to be overwhelmed is unfortunately to be expected from time to time, but our work is...
Of the most importance, and our station requires no less. I know.
I really like the little bit of vocal fry in
I see
Rain's
you've
voice.
no problems in memorizing that.
Makes me less self-conscious about my own.
In any case, if you're set on abandoning the title of courier, I won't get in your way. Before you turn in your uniform, however, I'd like to show you something.
The two stop before a doorway, the room within hidden behind a simple purple cloth.
The beauty I find in our work, and what drives me to continue.
Kale pushes back the curtain, beckoning Rain in. What awaits her is a room not unlike her own, with all of the usual staples such as a nest, dresser, and desk. The most notable difference, and the one Kale herself brings attention to as she joins Rain, is the large bookcase filled to the point of near bursting with various bound pages and folders. The courier ponders her collection, moving to select one, then second-guessing and placing it back where she had retrieved it from. Eventually, she settles on one, I would assume. This might be a typo, so, if anybody at Elan is watching, typo there. Eventually, she settles on one from near the top and offers it to her guest. Hesitantly, Rain accepts the book. She looks to Kale for further instruction, but finding none, timidly opens it to no page in particular. Also just gonna grab a screenshot there of that just in case.
My stamp collection, or part of it, in any case.
Ah, she collects stamps too.
Wow.
The girl eyes over the numerous stamps lining the pages, the frustration that once overcame her expression being replaced with wonder and intrigue at the countless colorful designs.
Mortem Post's primary job is to deliver the letters that fall from the top of the tree. But if you'll allow me a small admission, it's the deliveries we make among the living, with their simple white envelopes, that intrigue me the most.
So, you like working because of stamps?
Though we deal with countless deliveries, us couriers don't often receive mail. Even with our work taking us into the village or our occasional guest, our occupation can be a lonely one. These stamps are as strong a connection to the world as any written word, however. Little bits of personality on each envelope, taken from a nigh infinite pool of expression. As time moves on, you begin to notice shifts. Colors come and go in their popularity. Some shapes begin to be used more than others. Designs fluctuate between literal and figurative imagery.
To prove her point, Kale leans down and turns a few pages for Rain. Despite only the tiniest passage of time, the stamps look nothing like the ones she had just been admiring.
I see each one as a window into the hearts of our neighbors. Watching from the side as the tides of their whims ebb and flow brings me a certain calmness during even our busiest days.
She turns to her bookshelf again, eyes down at its lowest level.
My duties also have me involved in the approval process of new designs. The bottom shelf is dedicated to archives of submissions from prior cycles. Some may never make it to print, but there's beauty in their...
Kale is really cool. I like her a lot. Any lingering speck of distress leaves Rain at Kale's remarks.
People can just draw them? If I made one, could it get printed too?
It's true, you can just make stamps. I mean, just look at my hat.
If it was striking enough and of our expected standard.
Now I want to draw stamps. Maybe I'll stream in a couple days just drawing some stamp designs. That would be fun. Rain thinks on Kale's response, taking one final glance at the page of stamps before closing the book and offering it back to her mentor. which she accepts.
I want to start a stamp collection
cute.
too! And, I also want to keep being a courier.
Full glad am I to hear that.
She files the book away once more into the shelf before retrieving a folder tucked away on the leftmost side of the same row.
Here are the duplicates I decide to hold on to for one reason or another. Feel free to take one to begin with. If you're able to find improvement in your work, you can expect more from me after the fact, should you wish.
I wonder if the, rare stamps that Neve got for Rain came from Kale. Because they were rare stamps in colors that aren't printed very much anymore. And methinks Kale cares a lot more than she, was initially letting on, and she can't obviously spoil Rain, you know? She's gotta go through roundabout ways of doing it. Gotta keep that, distant and cool personality. Kale's apprentice excitedly grabs at the folder, ruffling through it and closely examining any loose stamps she manages to pull out of the pockets. It takes a few tries, but one eventually catches her eyes.
Oh, I love this one!
Kale feels her eyebrows raise in an involuntary act, and she works quick to correct the slip of her expression. See, you gotta keep that appearance up. You gotta look cool. You
Vertical
can't
stamps
smile.
have never been especially popular, and even when it was fresh to the print, it rarely saw actual use.
I'm super sure! Thank you! I'm gonna go put it safe in my room right now! If that's okay,
Rain is so
I mean.
precious. As soon as her mentor replies with a nod, Rain hastily shoves the folder into her wings before bolting out the room as quick as her little legs can take her. Kale lets loose a sigh. While Rain's enthusiasm can be counted as a victory, it also means more work awaited her on the morrow. While she absent-mindedly returns the folder, she catches a glimpse of a book on the bottom shelf that gives her a moment's pause. Design submissions, dated roughly 15 cycles ago. She leans down to retrieve it, already flipping through the pages as she stands up once more. On an unnumbered page, she stops. A vertical design of a never-ending series of stairs climbing upwards to the sky and even further into newfound heights. While the paper is fragile and yellowed, she's still able to make out her name at the bottom, faded though it may be. Ah, she's the one who designed the stamp! That's so cute! Just stinking cute. So, here's the question, right? Do we want to read the other 4 stories here? Or do we want to do a little stamp design stream and save this for those? Alternatively, perhaps y'all should, think it was this? Yeah, there we go. There's the link. Maybe y'all should, go give these a read yourself. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So, I'm assuming these are our other 3 couriers here, and this one is obviously Mila here. I'm so torn. I want to read the rest of these, but I also want to do the stamp stream, and I feel like it would be good to move those onto there, too. Let's see. I will do a poll. Just a moment. And we will put this at a brief one. I will put it for 2 minutes. There we go. I can't wait. Like, let's see. right now, I am very tiny and I can't easily resize myself because this is just a little PNG tuber. So let me do this instead. Pop this in here, and then we will grab this. Ooh, I should fix the transparency on this. But you can see I've got a couple little stamps on my hat there. Especially one of my own beloved Seaborn, Yumi. I say stamps. I'm definitely leaning for stamps myself here. And we could, even if we really wanted to, I think I'll open the stamp drawing suggestion stream. I'll make a thread on Blue Sky after this which I still haven't updated my links command. Somebody who has me on Discord, please double remind me, afterwards here to, like, actually go and update my links command to have... Oh, you'll do that now? Thank you, Passel. Always so incredibly efficient. But what I will do is I will open a thread on Blue Sky after this to let y'all leave any suggestions for stamps that you would want to see drawn so that you don't, you know, forget them by the time that the stream happens. My guess is if I am likely to stream in the next couple of days, Tuesday is most likely my closest available free day. So Tuesday is the most likely option for when we will do the stamp art stream. So if you've got any good stamp ideas, you can feel free to leave them in the thread once it goes up, which should be not too long after stream here. And we will design ourselves some little stamps after this. Who knows, depending on how many we make, maybe I'll format them up as like a little sticker sheet or something and send them to people who would want them. Obviously they can't be used as real stamps, but you know, it's the thought that counts. For now though, we will save these for the next stream. And let me see who is live right now. Do we have any other birds who are currently streaming? Oh goodness, there are a lot of people live right now. So let's see. We will send you all to... we did Soroka last time. What's Lulu working on? Seems to be just hanging out. She isn't a bird, but... Bats are kinda like birds, if you think about it. Let's do Lulu. I always like to raid Lulu when I get a chance. I feel like it's a good vibes dissonance because I am so quiet and low energy most of the time, and then Lulu is a wild ball of screaming energy, and it's great. Yeah, Wings is bird, so it checks out. So, I will do this. The next stream will be on Tuesday, and we will be drawing stamps. So I will be taking requests during that, and we can make all sorts of cute little designs. Maybe, so you see how here, up on the, like, the title, we have, like, the limited color palette here? I keep telling myself all the time that I will leave myself to a limited color palette, so maybe I will allow myself only, like, 3 or 4 colors, maybe 5 in some cases. Like this one over here, for example, is a 4 color. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this is a 5 color because the cloud is white. So yeah, 5 colors will be our upwards limit. and we'll try to make some cute minimalist stamp designs. For now, though, I will send you all over to Lulu. Be sure to tell her I said hi and send much love. And we will be back on Tuesday for that. Thank you again to Studio Elan for sending me a key for this game. I was going to pick it up and play it anyway, but you have expedited the process and delivered the mail much more quickly. So, I will see you all Tuesday. Thank you all so much for watching. Love you all lots. And until next time, remember, always properly pay for your postage. And until next time, hootaloo!